Hi Libra, welcome to your full moon in Aries reading for September 29th, 2023. This is a full moon, so full moons close out cycles. You have a very nice beginning to this end because you have new beginnings. It's a number one cycle, right? So number one is the initiation of something, putting that first step forward. Nice. So this is the direction that the reading is going in. Now, what is your focus for the next 2 weeks? Nice. The Wheel of Fortune, which gives you a yes answer, and it is karma, destiny, change, fortune, cycles, and unexpected. That's what reads on the card. For me, the Wheel of Fortune can be that if you are at the top of the wheel, you may temporarily go to the bottom, and if you're at the bottom, you will temporarily go to the top because the wheel keeps spinning. Cycles continue on. It's a matter of fate sometimes, right? Although we can have a hand in it, as far as I'm concerned. But, it is a sudden change of fortune. Okay? So let's see how that plays out for you in the next 2 weeks. Interesting, because this is a 1 cycle and 10 is a 1 and a 0. So for me, 0 is 0 point, right? It is the egg that holds the entire potential of something, and you're taking that first step of that potential. The seed is cracking, right? And that first, well, I would just say it's the crack of a seed, really. I mean, the sprout hasn't even broken out of it just yet, but the seed has cracked open. Think of it that way. Okay. You have the King of Cups. This is what the full moon is closing out, this column. This column is how you deal with it and the likely outcome. Sometimes the readings are disjointed. There's just a lot of things happening, and maybe nothing gets resolved in the 2 weeks. So that's also possible. The King of Cups. This is my Cancer card. This is a cardinal sign. They expect the best out of themselves and the people and the situations around them. This is a person who is master of his emotions. He's the calm in the storm. This is somebody who is usually very intelligent. They do enjoy history. They are probably round in features. They may have turned down side of their eye. The outer portion of their eye can turn down a little bit. That's very watery energy. They are intuitive, psychic, and even if they don't know it, even if they don't realize it, they're picking up on things, very empathic energy. It's better if you do understand it or know that it's happening, but even if you don't, you're picking up on stuff. This is master of their emotions. Okay, so this may be somebody you're dealing with, or you might be behaving like this. However, this is how you're reacting in the situation, even if you are behaving. Okay, so we are looking at some intuitive psychic energy, Libra. I know a lot of Libras who are intuitive and psychic. They use their logic, or they think they're using their logic, but because they are the scales, they're balanced in that sense. And so they may logic it away, they may reason it away, but they are definitely intuitive and psychic, as is the King of Cups. These are things that are secretive. This is your divinity. Let's talk big energies here, okay? This is your divinity, what you deem divine, what you think is cardinal, what you think is important to you, what you base your concepts and your vision upon, the High Priestess. On a very mundane level, things going on behind the scenes, right? This is behind the veil, the mechanics of things, the polarity, right? I know it's a big concept. How do you fit that into your daily life? It's there. It's there regardless. It's how you conduct yourself. If you think that trees are sacred, then you treat them well, right? You're not just cutting down a tree because you can. You use it and honor it in a sacred way. It's that kind of energy. If you believe that home and family is sacred, you nurture it, you love it, right? You honor it. It's that kind of energy. And it's big, big energy. You're behaving as a Knight of Pentacles, so you have something to offer here, Libra. It's a good, firm offer. Timing is important with the Knight of Pentacles. He knows when to sow. He knows when to harvest. Timing is important. To some people, it may look like procrastination, but this is the card of not doing anything out of step. Timing is everything. It's an offer that comes in, but since it's you, you may be offering something, and it's a good, firm, steady offer. In order to offer this or plant this seed that you are preparing here, you may have to leave something behind that is still pleasurable to you, or may have once given you pleasure and maybe not so much anymore. But it is leaving a situation with an emotionally heavy heart, putting a lot of energy behind that, number 8, right? But this is the card of moving upwards. You may be leaving something that you love behind or that you once loved behind. Could be an activity, could be a person, could be a way of thinking, a way of feeling, that we're moving up with this card. We can do better, strive harder, create more, do better. That's the 8 of Cups. Yes, there is something to offer here with that 6 of Pentacles. This is the card of charity. It's asking you to make sure that what you give is this is the card, they say, that if you are somebody who gives, you're a charitable person, make sure that you are seeing what somebody is doing with your gifts, right? That they're not being cardinal with it, right? That they're not honoring it. It's a sharing is caring card. It's very charitable. It's very kind. But it's also that we have to keep those scales balanced, right? So make sure that you're not just the one who's giving, right? There should be a receptive energy as well to keep those balance or those scales balanced. That's the 6 of Pentacles. We can be giving of our time, of our efforts, of our finances, of our knowledge, of our wisdom. It's probably material because it's pentacle, but it does not have to be. This can be our time because this is somebody who has some regrets with the 5 of Cups. Maybe you regret giving something. I don't think you ever should do that, but make sure that they're equal. Well, maybe you should. I'm sure there's moments when you should pull back. But the 5 of Cups is the card of regrets. It is the card of grief. But you're asked with this card not to stay too long in this energy, right? It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be sad. Give yourself time. Understand your regrets. Understand what's just taken place. But then pivot. See what is still good. See what's still standing. Very important. Muy importante. All right. Let's get some specifics here. Now, remember, we're looking at new beginnings and a wheel of fortune. So there are things changing here. And this is definitely your new beginning, because you have received an offer or giving an offer and moving away or walking away from the old. However difficult it may be or emotional it may be. Yeah, see? This is the seed, the new beginning, the seed, right? It's a new path you can go down. It is of the material world. The mountains in the background are saying you'll still have those rewards and challenges that you would in any scenario. But it is about taking that path, accepting this new offer, if you feel it, right? If you feel it, if it feels good. But it is definitely being offered here. Nice. Really nice. This is also my springtime card, because that's when we plant, right? There's a timing there here. May or may not be springtime where things are planted, but this is the indication of the spring timing. It's a good firm offer, however, especially with that Knight of Pentacles there. May take some time, right? If we are looking at the spring, it may take some time. Things are being refined with the Temperance card. You are being asked to be moderate in certain situations. Think about the Six of Pentacles, right? Don't give it all away. Be helpful, but, don't negate yourself. It is asking you to mind your temper here. It's associated with Sagittarius. And when fire energy is not used for creative force, it can turn on itself and become angry. So this is the card of moderation, temperance. It's alchemy. Things are changing. They're in a state of flux at the moment. I think this is an interesting card too, because especially with the High Priestess, it's actually asking you to spiritualize your actions, right? Touch into that part of you that is divine, that finds something sacred in what you're doing. What is the divinity behind your actions? And bring that forward. This is my Cancer card. This is my Aquarius card. It's Aquarius for me. This Queen of Pentacles gets what she wants. She's also somebody who's very practical, uses practical measures to get what she needs, is security oriented. She looks for security in her life, whether that comes from her own actions or she marries into money, but she looks for security. This can also be a New Age practitioner. These are my nurse cards, but they tend, because it's Aquarius, right, they tend to use future-oriented things, or, how do I want to say this? Something alternative. So I have a very good Aquarius friend who is uses Ayurveda, right? It's not cookie cutter stuff. It's not also future-oriented, or maybe it is, because maybe we've let it go and in the future we pick it up again, but it's alternative. This can also be somebody who's a dietist, right? Dietitian, because through health, she uses practical measures, good healthy food, clean drinking water, herbs, that kind of energy. Because it is earthly matters, right? Things of the earth, pentacles. She can secure her health, she can secure her finances, but it is through practical and earthly means. So this can be somebody that you're dealing with, Maybe you've given out, or she's giving to you. Somebody is feeling unhappy here, or there are some regrets with this person, and whether that's them regretting or you regretting them. I think the idea here is, what I'm feeling is to understand what you've given. If somebody's been foolish with it, remember your part of it. Remember that you gave, right? That's the beauty, that's the sacredness in give and receive. And it's very often that you don't receive from the people that you give to. That's also very possible. But you receive it in another way. It comes back to you one way or another. It may not be from the person that you've given it to, but in some way you will receive. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? You have the Death card. So you have new beginnings here because we're walking away from something else. Can be a person, can be a place. But there is change. That's the Wheel of Fortune as well, right? Spin of the wheel. Stagnation is the negative side of the Death card, but I can see this can be stagnation. Absolutely, it can be stagnation, but things are in a state of flux right now, and I do see you moving on from situations. You just may have not done it recently. But there's a change to that stagnation. Okay. Change, transition, advance, and a fear of change would be the negative side of this. The only thing I can see here with fear of change would be this card, because we're holding on and looking too much to what has spilled, right? What hasn't gone well. This can be in relationships because we are looking at water here, emotions. But it doesn't have to be. It can be physical, financial, the materium, right? The material world, the things of the earth. But there is change coming and new beginnings. So remember to keep this in mind, right? Have a good look at that. And keep that in your thoughts. It looks good, actually, if you ask me. Thank you for listening, Libra. I hope this has been helpful. I'll return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. I do dailies, and I'm grateful for you listening and watching. Take good care. Bye for now.